Okay, Attorney Steve Vondran, we're back. This video is about the Cite and Find. This is a newer unit within the Bureau of Real Estate, which gives the Bureau of Real Estate the ability to fine you, almost like a parking ticket under their Cite and Find program, where the Bureau feels there are technical compliance violations with either the real estate rules and regulations, the real estate law, or the commissioner's regulations. So this gives a new power to fine real estate licensees up to $2,500 per citation. That's $2,500 per citation. So this is a little more than a parking ticket, and this involves your real estate license. So it's something to take serious. Now, the authority for this comes under Business and Professions Code Section 10080.9. That's 10080.9, Commissioner Regulation 2907, if you want to look that up. So basically what happens is if the BRE feels that there's a technical violation or sometimes there's an investigation or an audit and they don't feel that it's worth writing up into a formal accusation, and so they may dish it off to the Cite and Find unit, as they call it. So when that happens with the Cite and Find, then you're issued a formal citation and given a chance to basically correct what you've done wrong, to issue a statement showing what you've fixed and explaining that everything is good, paying the fine, and basically moving on. If you go that route and you can get it settled and yes, there was a violation, you can go that route, pay your fine. You can try to negotiate down the fine. The fine would be based on the type of conduct involved, if there was any harm or injury to the consumers, and any aggravating or mitigating circumstances that you have. So you can try to plead your case and talk to them. This is where you could use a firm like ours, a California real estate law firm, to help you with these Cite and Find issues, and so forth and so on. Now, also realize that you have an opportunity to object. You may say to yourself, this is wrong, this is not true. I don't know why they're saying this, and frankly, I don't want this to be something that's, first, I don't want to pay the fine for something I didn't do, like a traffic ticket, and I want to clear my good name. So again, that's really important that if you get that notice of a citation, to contact an attorney. You have 30 days to request a hearing. The hearing would be basically a committee within the Bureau of Real Estate called the Citation Review Council, CRC, the Citation Review Council, and to request that they reconsider, that they think it through or review some evidence that you have put together that refutes or disputes what the charges are against you. It's just like a small claims court or a traffic court when you say, look, I mean, I know I'm right here. Let's plead our case. Let's contest this. Let's file our intent to request a formal hearing within 30 days. You got to do it timely or you're going to lose your rights, okay? So you get that in, and they have these review councils that will get together and review your evidence, and these are usually held in Los Angeles or up in Sacramento on a monthly basis, where you can have your evidence reviewed, plead your case, and again, this may be something important enough to your reputation that you want to get an attorney involved and show them that, look, I didn't do that. The evidence is wrong. This is not a violation. And so that's a right that you have. Now, assuming this CRC committee gets together and they review your information, usually you're going to get a response to that within about 30 days. They are either going to agree with you and dismiss it, in which case the citation is gone, or they may modify or amend their decision. So you have that point to either live with it, live with the modification or amended decision, or maybe they stick to their guns and they say, hey, it's $2,500. What are you going to do? If you want at that point, if it's a serious enough matter, you do have the right to request a formal administrative hearing. That's where you go, and it's, they bring their evidence, you bring your evidence, It's in front of an administrative law judge, and if you feel passionately about it, you can make your case in front of that administrative law judge. So realize that's how it works for your licensees. So if you go to a hearing, however, bear in mind that usually people are going to want to be represented at that hearing. And if you lose in the hearing, you risk paying the Bureau's reasonable costs of investigation and costs of suit and whatnot. So there is some additional risk there along with attorney fees. So you kind of got to balance it. If they've got the evidence and it's clear and convincing, it's solid, you may want to just pay your fine. If you're an unlicensed real estate agent, unlicensed real estate person acting in a licensed capacity, the BRE will be out looking for more. They will be looking for up to $2,500 per transaction or per incident. So, I mean, if you've got unlicensed activity and it's violating the code, your company could be at substantial risk of a big monetary judgment against you. So you have to bear these things in mind when you get that notice, and you have to consider hiring real estate counsel, especially when you're being accused of unlicensed real estate activity, and these could turn into pretty big cases. What happens if you don't pay your fine? They could report you to the credit bureaus. They could file a civil suit and get a judgment against you. So lots of things that you probably don't want happening could happen from this. Now, a question we get a lot is, well, what happens if I settle it out and I give them the proof of compliance and give them a statement that I'm doing everything right? Are they going to put that on my DRE or BRE database profile, the one the public sees? You know, that would be disastrous. Well, if you're a licensee and you get a citation, the general rule is it won't be up on their website. You know, that could differ, that could change, but the general rule is it won't be up on their website. If you're unlicensed and you get a citation, then those are the kinds of things that they will probably put up on their website, and the public therefore will be notified of it, and it will be available there for people. So that's a basic overview of the cite and fine. So if you're being accused of something, it's a real estate license. That's in general how it works. And if you have issues, you need legal representation, you want a lawyer to present your case and advocate on your behalf, present your defenses, do it in a timely manner, realizing that you have these really short time frames to contest. Give us a call, 877-276-5084. What happens if you don't respond to a cite and fine and you just blow it off, so to speak? You risk license suspension or revocation. So those are some pretty important things. That's the general things I wanted to tell you about the cite and fine. It's something new that hasn't been around a long time. So if you get a cite and fine, a citation, or if you're in an accusation, there may be a way to negotiate your accusation and get it over to the cite and fine unit where, as you can see, it won't go on your public record. The accusations, when you finalize an accusation, oftentimes those are going to go up on your DRE database, a link to the accusation and possibly the stipulation where you agreed to settle the case. So those are things to bear in mind. If you need a lawyer, give us a call. You can find me at BREcompliance.com. This is Attorney Steve Vondran. I'm licensed to practice law in California and Arizona, and I appreciate you watching this video, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks a lot.